Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Online Tutorials, the online education channel. Today in our video we are going to discuss the charismatic leadership, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So first of all, after watching this video, you can discover to which leadership style are you belonging to, whether if you are a charismatic leader or not. Let's start first by the requirements of charismatic leadership, which consists of three important requirements: the characteristics of the leader, the followers' characteristics, and the characteristics of the situation. Starting with the characteristics of charismatic leaders. So first of all, the leader should have high confidence in his capabilities, which gives him a lot of power. He should have strong convictions about ideas. He should have his own way how to convince the others, how to influence them in one way that you will be able to agree with him in case of any new idea or a new project or creative idea that should be adopted in the near future. He should be an energetic person, and he should have a high level of enthusiasm. He should express himself to the others, being very expressive. He should have an excellent communication skills. As we know that the leader, he has a lot of followers, so he should from one side communicate with the stakeholders, with the people from outside the organization. From the other side, he should be able to communicate with the followers in an excellent way. And he should always be positive, trying to build, trying to be active in building this beautiful image. Moving to the characteristics of followers. So they should have a high degree of respect. They should respect their leader. So high degree of respect and esteem for their leader. They should be loyal. As we know, in the new leadership model, we are not working anymore like with the boss or with my manager. We are working as a teamwork where we should have a high level of trust, where we should have or we should be able to work within a positive working environment. So we should be loyal to each other, and we should be loyal to our leader, and we should have affection for the leader, being affected by our leader, and the same for the leader to be a good one and a positive one. He should also have a high level of influence. That's why we said before he should have a high self-confidence, because when someone has a full confidence in himself and in his capabilities, he will be able to easily influence the others. And finally, high performance expectations. It's very important to know what are our future expectations, especially in terms of performance. We should be able to perform, and always in a professional manner. Moving to the charismatic situation, we should know that there is a sense of a crisis, which is maybe actual or imminent. There is a perceived need for change. We are not going to change just because we need to change. That's just because I wake up and I need to change. No, but because there is a need to conduct this change, whether I'm moving from maybe a traditional way to a modern way, maybe from a traditional method to a newly and modern method full of technology. I can give you an example. Now we are moving in the new digital era, so everything is becoming digitalized. So there is a need to change toward the application of the newest technologies. The opportunity to know how to articulate goals, and finally to articulate the followers' roles. Yeah. From one side, we should have the opportunity to articulate the goals, and here can be short and long-term goals, and the opportunity to articulate the followers' roles, because they are the people who are going to work technically, who are going to implement the change. So that's why we should know what are their roles and the implementation process. Now we have positive and negative cross-cultural attributes of leadership. So let's start by the positive ones. Always we should have a high level of encouragement. Should always be positive, motivational, should motivate, working and coming with something new. Always be powerful, giving all our best, always being motivated and dynamic. At the same time, we know we are dealing within challengeable and dynamic environment, so we should know how to cope with change, how to manage any obstacle that we may face during our work. Having integrity, honesty, and being trustworthy, which is an important element in leadership. At the same time, we should work as a teamwork, team building. Also, it's very important in leadership, being decisive in some places. We cannot waste time. Sometimes we should make not only the right decision, but the fast decision. Being intelligent, smart, having good communication skills, and always deal with the win-win problem solving. On the other side, we have the negative cross-cultural attributes of leadership. So you should avoid all the negative attributes. Being a loner, you cannot. We should work as a teamwork. We should work in a full level of cooperation and communication. So that's why we say being non-cooperative, which is not good, which is also a negative attribute. Ruthless, non-explicit, that's mean non-clear. Ruthless, you are very rude with your followers. Irritable, always angry and pissed off. And finally, dictatorial. No, you should work with the others. You should be cooperative. You should be very a good communicator with the others. You should understand them. You should know where they are powerful and where not. You should work on the negative sides in order to improve. You should motivate them. You should have a high level of emotional intelligence. You should be clear. You should be always positive and consultative, working with the others, empowering them, delegating them, giving them the power to participate in the decision making process. Finally, the difference between ethical and unethical charisma. Starting with the ethical one, so we will use the power to serve the other, not for a personal issue. Matches vision to the followers' needs, because we are working all together. I cannot only know what's the goal. My followers needs too. Why? They need to know what are the goals. Should be open to feedback in order to improve. We should develop our followers in order to be better. And we should always encourage thinking in order to to be creative. And as we know, when we say leadership, it's equal to change, conducting a new change, being creative. And that's why we should know why to use and how to use our power to motivate, to empower. We should communicate our goals with our followers. We should always evaluate. That's why open to feedback in order to improve. We should always train our followers and develop them in order to always be better and gain a high level of knowledge, and always encourage thinking. Whereas the unethical one, they will use the power for personal gain and self-interest, promote own vision without communicating the goals with the followers, close to criticism, they don't like to get any feedback, they're always right, top down communication, that's mean I'm the top, I will communicate with you. There is not a two-way communication approach. And finally, insensitive to followers. Thank you for watching my channel.